Hello, my name is Reinhard, and today I will be talking about our project and the topic that we have chosen called Bunnies on the Moon. A brief explanation about Bunnies on the Moon is Bunnies on the Moon is a game where you're able to interact bunnies on the moon, the bunnies that is on the moon, whether it's running and changing the color, etc. Next. The roles that I have is as a design manager. As a design manager, I am in charge in the models. For the models, I have mostly chosen a more simplistic method, one that does not interfere that much with the interaction technique for the game. For example, the bunnies. The bunnies is very simple. It's in a prefab, so it's in just one model, one tab, so that if you are able to not have that many legs and everything, so it's much more easier for the interaction technique to be implemented and not mess with anything else. Another would be the one. The one should be not that difficult. It should be just a simple cylinder. It does not need to be looking that fancy as well, since which simplicity is best, and overcomplicating it and having more shape and everything would just probably interfere with other interaction technique. Next is flower. As this is also still in the trial stage, perhaps in the future the flower will be much more livelier, much more detailed as a model. However, for now it is a simple flower, so that it is able to show and implement the color changing technique in our trial. Whereas in the final, it will probably be much better and much more refined. For the sketch, I have made two sketches. One is the 2D of what the game is gonna be like later. With the bunnies and the flowers, you're able to see of all of the kind of interaction technique that could be happen here. There's the bunny with the changing color, the one that is able to be grabbed, and the menu in the sides over here. For the script, this is for future later, which is gonna be the menu overlay. For now, it's just a simple with this and a black screen. However, in the sketch, we plan to make it much more better, more refined by having one of the panel be tutorial, where you're able to see all kinds of interaction technique, how they work, the tutorial video, etc. The general settings maybe for display, resolution, etc. And the NPC settings, where you're able to manipulate the size of the bunny and also the speed. However, perhaps maybe we may change the slider to a more practical, which is like a model bunny, or maybe something that makes it much more livelier. This is, however, not the final, and we plan to make it much more refined later. Next. So future plans. This game so far as a overall game is quite good. However, I feel like even though in the testing, the graphics and the background seems a bit lacking, which in my opinion could be improved even more. However, this is up to speculation. Thank you.